Have you ever noticed how nights feel heavier when nothing seems wrong, yet everything feels different? Most nights, she lay awake, not restless, not sad, just awake. Her days were full. Meetings, messages, routines. She smiled. She functioned. She looked fine. From the outside, everything was fine. But at night, reality shifted. The quiet made space for thoughts she ignored during the day. Am I moving in the right direction? Am I becoming who I want to be? Why does it feel like I'm leaving someone behind, even myself? She couldn't explain it to anyone. What would she even say? I'm successful but empty? I'm grateful but disconnected? People don't understand that kind of complaint. They'd say, at least you have a job. Or, you should be happy. So she stayed quiet, and the feelings stayed with her. This is what most people don't talk about. The quiet weight of change. It doesn't scream. It doesn't demand attention. It's subtle, heavy, and personal. Most people call it anxiety or being lost. But this isn't about fear. It's about transition. Think about it. When you grow, when you change, when you step into something new, there's always a moment in between. A version of you is fading. A new one is emerging. And the hallway between the two feels uncomfortable. She had a routine. Wake up at 6:30, coffee by 7, work by 8, lunch at her desk, emails until 6, dinner alone, TV until she felt tired enough to sleep. Repeat. It wasn't a bad life, but somewhere along the way, it stopped feeling like her life, like she was living on autopilot, going through motions she didn't remember choosing. At night, that feeling got louder. She'd scroll through her phone, pictures of friends traveling, people celebrating promotions, couples getting engaged, and she felt nothing. Not jealousy, not excitement, just distance. But she was watching other people's lives through a window. During the day, distractions covered it. Emails, calls, social media, small talk. The usual routines kept her mind busy. She became good at it. Someone would ask, "How are you?" And she'd say, "Good, busy but good." That answer worked every time. Because nobody actually wants the real answer. Nobody wants to hear, "I feel like I'm living someone else's life. I don't recognize myself anymore. I'm scared I become the person I never wanted to be." So she smiled and moved on. But at night, all distractions stopped and questions arrived. It happened on a Tuesday. Nothing special about that day. She woke up, made coffee, set a hit disk, opened her laptop, and it just stared. Her inbox had 47 unread emails. And for the first time in years, she didn't care. Not in a rebellious way, not in an angry way, just nothing. The urgency was gone. The performance was exhausting. And she realized something. She had been running, not towards something, away from something, away from herself. That night, she didn't scroll. She didn't turn on the TV. She just sat in the dark, in the silence, and let herself feel it. All of it. The weight, the confusion, the sadness she'd been ignoring. And something strange happened. It didn't destroy her. It didn't break her. It just was. She realized something that night. The discomfort wasn't the problem. The problem was resisting it, fighting it, numbing it, pretending it wasn't there. Because this feeling, this quiet, heavy, uncomfortable feeling, wasn't anxiety. It was change. Change doesn't announce itself. It doesn't knock on your door and say, I'm here to transform your life. It shows up quietly, in the middle of the night, when you can't sleep, when your mind won't stop asking questions. Is this it? Is this who I want to be? What am I doing with my life? Those aren't signs of failure. They're signs of growth. Because here's what nobody tells you. Growth is uncomfortable. It's supposed to be. When a plant grows, it breaks through soil. When a butterfly emerges, it struggles out of a cocoon. Transformation requires pressure. And for humans, that pressure feels like emptiness, like confusion, like heaviness. She started to understand. The person she was 3 years ago, that version of her was fading. The dreams she had, the goals she set, the life she thought she wanted. They didn't fit anymore, and she'd been holding on so tightly because letting go felt like giving up, but wasn't giving up. It was making space for something new. She didn't change overnight. There was no big moment, no dramatic breakthrough, just small shifts. She started journaling at night, not about what she did that day, about how she felt, what she missed, what she wanted, what scared her. She wrote things she'd never said out loud. I don't want to climb the ladder anymore. I miss creating things. I feel guilty for wanting something different. And slowly, something started to clear. She learned to sit with the discomfort, to stop fighting it, to breathe through it. Because change always carries weight. It asks for patience, for self-awareness, for letting go of what no longer serves you. Here's the thing about change. It's not a door. It's a hallway. You leave one room, you enter another. But in between, there's space. Dark, quiet, uncertain. And that hallway, that's where most people panic. They think something's wrong. They try to go back or rush forward. But the hallway isn't a mistake. It's part of the process. She realized something important. The weight she'd been carrying wasn't a problem. It was a signal, a reminder that something new was forming. And forming something new always feels heavy. One morning, she woke up, and it felt lighter. Not perfect, not fixed, but lighter. The questions were still there, but they didn't feel like attacks anymore. They felt like invitations. What I actually want. Who am I becoming? What would make me feel alive again? And instead of running from them, she leaned in, because growth isn't loud. It isn't obvious. It's quiet, hidden, cumulative. It happens in the moments you don't post about, the nights you sit with yourself, the mornings you choose differently, the small decisions that shift everything. If you're listening tonight and you feel this quiet heaviness, you're not broken, you're not failing, you're just in between, and that's okay. A version of you is ending, a new one is forming, and the space between them, that uncomfortable, heavy, quiet space, that's where you find yourself. So don't rush it, don't fight it, just let it be, because the weight you're carrying isn't a burden, it's a bridge. If this story spoke to you, subscribe for more Quiet Nights stories. Stories for nights when your mind won't sleep. And if you want, leave a comment about what keeps you awake. You're not alone in this.